I'm Richard Wixie, I'm the Director of Environmental Services for Bradford Council. I've just spent the day on this environment participatory event and it was just fantastic. It just shows how sensible people are when there's a finite resource but lots of different projects bidding for it. Wonderful event.
Representatives of more than 50 community organisations arrive at St George's Hall to take part in the second participatory budget day. This will determine the allocation of £315,000 worth of grants to projects aimed at making neighbourhoods cleaner, greener and safer. The participants will present their own projects and also vote on each other's. Bids totalling nearly £600,000 have been received, almost twice the available amount, so some hard decisions would need to be made.
Who makes decisions about money, and who are the experts and whose knowledge counts, or how we can involve people in decision making, how we can use their knowledge to spend money wisely.
So Pam, could you just tell us a bit about how you got decision makers to get involved in this way of allocating funds?
Well, I think what I had to do was convince them that this was a serious process and we weren't just going to throw money away, because this is public money and it does need to be accountable. And there's something about the passion and enthusiasm of those local people that made the decision makers realise that this is a really good thing.
Well, I've come to try and raise some more money for Derby Road allotments. We formed an association last year and we're wanting a new water supply.
And we've wanting to improve our community garden and we'd like a bit of funding to do a mosaic on the wall of the community garden.
The project's called Casey's Corner. It was a little girl that was run over outside our house, tragically run over by a wagon doing a rat run round the back streets where the children play.
A bit stressed, feeling not so bad.
I'm feeling quite positive. I think there's a lot of positivity in the hall.
Very nervous, apprehensive, not sure what's going to happen next.
And the third presentation is from ENP 1992, and that's Georgina Greedon.
But we have had some stalwarts who have stuck to their plots through thick and thin, and it's for them that I'm down here today, to try to get more money to get this water system sorted out.
And basically all we want is to have our street nice and clean for our children and our elderly people to use that back street.
You really can do something to tidy the area up if you start to own the problems.
Once fenced, we hope to put swings, a slide, climbing frame on the site, along with seating for the adults, and create a sensory garden so that the kids can learn as well as play.
And the two key agencies that we're going to be working with are the West Bowling Youth Initiative and the Light of the World Community Centre.
And I was going to do a somersault off the stage, but I think it's a little weak. Yeah. So the state of Little Horton really reflects the state of Bradford City as a whole.
Every time we've asked for play areas where there is a little bit of green, they've said, oh no, we're building on there, so there's just nowhere.
The land is currently unused, it's attracting drug dealers.
And if people get infused, we want to have an allotment ready for them to cultivate, not a sea of brambles.
We will also share all the tools with everyone in the community through a tool bank. We think it is something positive that should be shared with the community to show the community young people are not all bad.
The play space will also be open out of school hours for out of school activities for young people.
It's all done by the community, in the community. No one gets paid, everyone's a volunteer.
And how are you finding the marking process of the other applications?
I'm finding it actually quite difficult actually to choose, because a lot of the projects are very grassroots projects.
So the marking is difficult?
Oh, very difficult, yeah. It's not an easy thing to do. I don't envy anybody who has to make these sort of decisions at all, really.
So it's hard work?
Yes.
Is it worth it?
Yes, I hope so.
And everybody will get to see and find out, today whether they'll be successful or not.
This show, from all your scores, everybody in the room, which ones will be funded out of the money that we've got available. If you're not successful, there's lots of other people that can help with funding. So you've been told you've got a good idea, and we want to work with you and pick it up with you if you don't get funded. Don't go away downhearted if that's the case. 15-2, Ros Newman, 204. 96-2, Pamela Riley, 171. And 67-2, Doreen Nash, 169. It was a whacking 250.
Who's that? Stand up then. What about that?
I think politics, here you come.
I was actually pleased and excited that we've actually our bid has been successful, and many other bids have also been successful in the whole process. I think it's been a very fair process. If we continue on using such practices in sharing budget and looking at budgets together, I think we could get through a lot of things in Bradford which we haven't got through.
Just missed the cut by one of that. I'm so sorry.
I'm gutted. Yeah. This was an opportunity, but unfortunately, we just didn't make it. Congratulations.
See you later. Don't stick that in my face now. I could cry. I could really cry. It's been fantastic. I didn't expect to get it. I didn't expect to be so high up the list. I mean, it was great. People have been lovely. People have come and talked to me, and it's been wonderful. It is really. Thank you.
Then the most moving thing of all is when we come to, we see who's getting the money, and then we say, does anybody want to give back a bit of their money to help another project or two get funded?
Yes, gentleman there. 500. I think we should do some rounds of applause, don't you? It's not everybody you get blooming people giving folk money back. Thank you very much. Yes, that's £500 back. £100 from the school there. 200 back. More, keep the applause going. Come on, this is really good stuff. £500 back here. 280 back from Cafe West. Gentleman at the back. £1,000.
I can't wait to get back to the office and put all them names and faces, and get the money out there, and
because that's what it's about, isn't it? Today is about allocating the money, but really it's about spending it, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and I want that as soon as possible.
That's next.